Alright guys, what's going on? My name is Christian and welcome to another video. So before I get started today, I just want to say, can we aim for 3 likes? I don't want to set the bar too high, so we're just going to go for 3 likes today. If we can hit that, that would be amazing. So if you enjoyed the video, smack that like button, leave a comment as I read every single one, no matter how many there are. So there was this class I had at school, right? And it was a PE class. And in PE, we got like super competitive. So we'd play anything from dodgeball to soccer, to whatever it was. And there was this one guy in my PE class that I swear to God I had a confrontation with every single day. One day we'd play kickball, and if I didn't do a play right, he'd be like, "You're a pussy," or "You suck," or like, "You're stupid." He would just say stuff like that. And it got to the point where one day I was just like, "Dude, shut your fucking mouth. Like, enough of that. I don't want to hear anything out of your fat mouth again." And he didn't say anything. Like, that was it. He was like, "Oh, okay, pussy." And so, it kind of kept going on. And then one day we were playing dodgeball, right? And I wasn't paying attention to my left side. I was going to nail someone on the right side of the court, and he comes up, and I'll tell you right now, this was totally on purpose. The dude just nails me in the head. And I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, you are 2 steps away from me, and you're going to nail me in the head with a hard dodgeball." And he just starts laughing, like, right? This, like, fat fucking kid. Like, I don't know. I was so upset, and I still am just even thinking about it. And so that wasn't even the thing that set me off. And so about a week later, we started playing softball in PE, which, let me just say, that was terrible, by the way. I really did not enjoy that. But anyway, we were allowed to throw the ball overhand, right? And then the girls that were on the softball team had to throw it underhand, whatever. And anyway, this fat kid that, I wasn't really cool with, the one that, we had beef, I guess, was the pitcher for the other team. And of course, I was on the other team. And I come up to the plate, and the first ball goes way out, right? And I'm like, okay, that sucked. And so the next pitch hits me right in the knee, like right square on the knee that's facing him. And I'm just like, all right, I've had enough of this. And so I take my base, right? Because if you get hit, you take your base. And later in the locker room, I'm like, "You need to stop this." Like, I don't know what I called him. I'm sure I called him a lot of names, but I was like, "This needs to fucking stop. Like, if you're going to keep doing this, we're going to get in a fight." And he's like, "Why don't we get in a fight?" And I was like, "You seriously want to get in a fight with me, right?" Because I'm like a 6'2", pretty big guy. And this kid was probably like 6 inches shorter than me. But don't get me wrong, he's pretty stocky. And I was like, "All right, listen, if we're going to get in a fight, why don't we go to the park? Like, let's do it this weekend," right? So I was like, "Saturday, let's go to the park." And this was the same park and if we ever had beef with anyone in the high school or we wanted to fight, we went to this park. Like, this was the place to do it. And he was like, "Okay, what time?" And I was like, "I'll be there at 5 o'clock Saturday. If you're not there, I'm assuming you're pussing out." And so that weekend comes, and I'm hanging out with my friends, and of course my friends are going to come with me, right? And of course he'll bring his friends. So we get to the park, and we're there at 5, and of course they're not there. And so we're kind of just chilling there, sitting in my friend's car, and then somebody pulls up into the park parking lot, right? And sure enough, it was this guy that was, in the class. And so he gets out of the car, and I get out of the car, and then we kind of go into the park. And I'm like, "All right, are you going to be done talking shit, or are we like going to get in this fight?" Right? Because he was just like, if someone messes with you, by the way, the only way to make it stop is to stand up to them. And this kid, especially being smaller, but super like fat and stocky, like, I was not going to take it from this kid. And so he was like, "Well, I'm not going to stop shit. So I guess we're going to have to get in a fight." And I was just sitting there like, "Oh, I really don't want to do this," right? Because this was only like maybe my 3rd fight. Maybe the 4th one, I don't know. And I was just like, I was super nervous, guys. Like, I had that fight or flight thing. And so he kind of comes up to me and pushes me. And I'm like, I really don't want to do this. And so then he comes up to me again and just knocks me in the jaw. And all of his friends are like, "Oh, shit." Like, "Oh, he hit him." So honestly, let me just say, like I said, I'm not a fighter or anything, but when you get the adrenaline pumping and fight or flight is gone, it's like all up to you. So I take my hand and I cock it back, and nail him in the nose as hard as I can. And he just puts his hands on his nose and he goes up to swing at me again, right? And I punch him right in the rib. And then I kind of like got behind him because I used to be a wrestler in middle school and I was actually really good. Like I went to state and stuff, or like whatever it was for middle school. And I kind of grabbed him around the waist, right? So he wasn't super fat, but like I said, he was chubby and stocky. And I kind of grabbed him and did whatever I could to get him to the ground. And once he was on the ground, I kind of got on top of him and like forced him onto his back. And then I put my knees onto his arms, right? And then one of his arms was still out, which was his left one. So I would have been his right one. So I grabbed it with my left arm and I take my other hand and I just start nailing him in the face. And I'm like, "Are you done, pussy? Are you done?" And like, I've never been this aggressive in my entire life. And so my friends kind of run over and they just take me off of him. And then he gets back up and he goes to like swing at me. And then his friends grab him and are like, "Dude, it's over. It's over. Like, that's it. It's done. He let you go." And so that was pretty much it. And then me and my friends just like, my friends were like, "Okay, dude, just walk away. Like, it's done. It's over." And so I went to the car and we just left there. We went and got some Gatorades and stuff. I had a huge bruise on my jawline right where he nailed me. And it was like honestly the most satisfying feeling though, knowing that like I had done everything I needed to and like this kid was gonna be done like fucking with me. Like it was so cool. It was such a good feeling. And like I said, if anyone needs advice like that, like stand up to the person that's bullying you. Even if you're gonna get your ass kicked, at least you know they won't mess with you. And that guy did not mess with me the rest of that semester that we had. So anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a like on this video. Leave a comment if you enjoyed. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later.